back to chat with Rita and Nisreen and to our video series, How to Ask for a Raise so that you can get it. Welcome back, Rita.
Thank you, Nisreen. It's good to be back.
Yes, good to have you. Okay, so now we are going to talk about tip number 8, which is talk about the future. I'm not sure I understand why is it important to talk about the future. We don't even know if the employee is going to get a raise or not. So,
well,
yes.
that's true, and I'm sure that other people are asking the same question. But here's the answer. When you ask for a raise, you're asking for something for the future, but you're asking based on your performance of the past. So my performance in the past was really good, and now because I want a raise, because I want you to invest in me for the future, I need to convince you that my future is here and I'm going to do really well.
Step 1 is show how you are invested in the company. Every manager's values loyalty. So exactly what do we mean by this?
Well, loyalty means that I plan to stay. So if I'm going to, I'm investing my career in the company. That means I'm serious about staying, because if you're going to give me a raise or you're going to invest in me in another way, you want to make sure that I stay. I don't get the raise and then I go, right?
Yes, correct one. Let's go to step 2. Start the conversation on a positive note and explain how much you like working with your manager and the company. Yes.
Okay.
So how can we do this?
So this is important, because if you're planning to stay and you're asking for a raise and they want to invest in you, then of course they want to know how you like how you like being in that company, and you have to give them some idea of what you like about the company. And when this is about how, right? So I have to be able to say to them, I like this, I really appreciate this, etc. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So now we are talking about the employee should say the positive things.
Right.
But what if the employee that feels a negativity somehow about certain issues in the company, certain points that he feels not okay with it? Is it okay to say it or not?
I don't think so. I think this is not a time for you to talk about what you don't like about the company, because you're looking at staying, right? I don't mean you need to lie. I'm not saying don't say anything that's not true, but just focus on the reasons why you would want to stay.
No need to raise issues that it's not.
And also something else I would like to add: if you have a problem with your manager, this is not the time to say it, right? I mean, you need to fix that problem in another way. This opportunity is for you to convince them that you want and you have a future in this company.
Yeah. Now we come to step 3. Explain what you want to do in the future and how you plan to contribute to grow the business.
So
how can
I think the best way to do it is to give them an idea of what kind of positions you would like to have in the future. In other words, if I'm thinking about, let's say I'm in HR and right now I'm an HR specialist, and I would eventually like to be HR manager, then or something else, that I would have to show them some options. It shows that you're thinking about it. It shows that you're saying, okay, these are the skills that I have, and of course I will improve over time, but here are some of the goals that I have, where I want to go in terms of career path. And that makes a difference, because they see you as strategic and they see you as wanting to stay in the company. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Step 4. Volunteer for a project that you may be aware of. Make sure that you have enough information about it. Or create one by being a proactive problem solver. Some people, they are not comfortable in volunteering in anything, especially projects, because they feel that they are having too much responsibility, and they prefer to escape from responsibility instead of adding more responsibilities under. Yes,
I understand that, except that volunteering is a way for you to show that you are going beyond what's required of you, right? And if we're going to talk about saying to someone, give me a raise, you won't regret it, because I'm going to add more value, then you have to volunteer. Like you can't just stay in a little box because you're actually trying to grow for the future. So that's why we are talking about if there's a project around that you know about, volunteer for it, as long as you're comfortable in the project.
So it's a kind of a way to convince the manager that I'm willing to learn, I'm eager to do more responsibilities, give me an opportunity, give me a chance to take more responsibilities, feel that I'm eager to learn, right?
Exactly, because why am I here? I am saying I have a lot of added value that I give to the company. I want you to give me a raise because I see myself staying, and then I don't volunteer for anything. I don't do anything outside of the box. No, that doesn't work. And actually, you were thinking about the fact that what about if there's no project around, like for me to volunteer, right?
It's better to create.
Right. So in that case, a good idea would be look at something inside of your department in an area that you are comfortable, where you have a certain expertise, and then propose a project. Say, this is what I would like to do because I think that's going to help the company.
It will save time, effort, cost, or something like this.
Exactly. Yeah. I will impact the results.
A positive impact.
And positive impact. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. Now we move to the last step. Leverage the project. I guess this means creating a positive impact in your department or your company. Is there something more you can add?
I think that what we mean here, I think creating, we already talked about creating a positive impact before. The idea of leveraging is showing the company basically, this is what I can do. You know, if you give me a chance, this is what I'm going to be able to do. So that's why it's very important for you to have an idea of kind of projects when you're talking to them, because it is about what are you going to do extra for the company? Are you going to have them help them save money? Or bring in more money, or eliminate some problems, errors, or do things faster? That's leveraging means I'm showing you what I can do beyond what is required. I'm an asset for the company. I will be an asset for the company. That's really the message you're sending.
Yeah.
So the idea is that what you're saying is, look at me. I'm already doing a really good job. And I want to stay in this company. I think I have a future in this company. And I will do some extra things to show you, to leverage who I am as a person so that you can see that if you give me a raise and I continue with the company, it's added value.
Meaning that doing your normal work will not help you.
No, you have to do
the raise.
You have to do your normal work.
Then it should be.
Right? And you have to do it really well. And then you have to show them that you're willing to go beyond that. Reasonable, of course, but that you have ideas, you have ways of solving things. So you're actually a problem solver. So when they think about giving you a raise, they will think, wow, she's already good. And we want to keep her. We want to keep talent. Companies want to keep talent. They want to invest in people that are talented and that have a potential future.
It's like the company when invest also in talented people to give them training programs.
Exactly.
It's the same idea. So if you want to take a raise, you have to invest in yourself. You have to make sure that you really deserve this raise.
And presenting that this is my sort of like a picture of my future in the company with you.
Okay.
That's really the end of the message, right? Yes. Invest in me because this is the kind of thing I'm going to give you back.
We come to the recapping part. Let's summarize tip 8, which is talk about the future. Steps. Step 1, show you are invested in the company. Step 2, start the conversation on a positive note. Step 3, explain what you want to do in the future. Step 4, volunteer for a project that you may be aware of. Step 5, leverage the project, which is create a positive impact. Okay.
Wow. That's quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how do we?
Too much effort. You have.
So how do we end this? what do we say to our people here?
Yeah, so now we come to the end of of our video. Thank you for joining us in this tip for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to our social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And see you for the last tip, Rita.
That last tip, and then it will be over for this series, but we plan on continuing to do videos.
Continue doing different videos. Have a good day.